What is up, Chase That Coin family? Shaka Daniel here, aka Chase That Coin. And today I want to give my opinion on the Tezos situation that's going on right now, which is a class action lawsuit filed against Tezos, and just my opinion of what I think will come of this situation. Also, I want to talk about Bitcoin having a slight dip and altcoins showing life. So I'm going to give it a few seconds to get some live viewers going, and then we're going to take off. Everyone, please hit that like button, share this out so more people can find the stream and join us in the chase. All right, so now for a few days, I've been calling for in my previous videos for some slight pullback within Bitcoin. This isn't the slight pullback that I've been talking about, but it is looking like the start of it. But I'm going to tell you exactly why I am not too worried about it. But before we do that, we're going to get into the Tezos lawsuit and my opinion, and we'll start there. So just a few more seconds for some live viewers, and then we'll take off. Okay, so we do have a few live viewers, guys, and I don't want to hold it up for too long. Okay, so if you guys aren't aware of what Tezos is, I'm going to give a quick rundown of what Tezos is and what is happening within Tezos. Tezos is a self-amending ledger. So basically, it's a blockchain that has a modular aspect, which means it can be changed. The protocol layer can be changed easily. Without the need to hard fork. Now, there will be situations where a hard fork will be necessary. So it can hard fork, but it can change itself similar to a Rubik's Cube without the need to hard fork. So that's very cool. They had their ICO in July. They raised, at that time, they were the highest funded ICO of all time. They raised about $232 million. Right now, it's worth about 400 and something million, or maybe like $500 million. Do they need that much money? Definitely not. But yeah, so now recently, Tezos has had some infighting, so some disagreements, basically, of maybe the way funds should be handled and some other things. And the president of the foundation was accused of self-dealing and self-promotion and a few other things. So there was some infighting within the group, the team and the foundation, or a member of the foundation, the president of the foundation to be specific. So now the production of the Tezos blockchain has been slowed down. Yes, the Tezos blockchain has been in production since 2014. There is a testnet running, and you can get more information about this on the Tezos subreddit and also on the Riot channel. So there is a product. The infighting led to a slowdown, a slow rate of them being able to hire people and basically do things to get the chain rolling. So that led to a pushback within the date. It was estimated launch of November to December. Now it's estimated January to February. So a lot of people that are involved in this, that donated to this project, are not happy. I'm not going to say a lot of people, but there are a few people, a group of people that are not happy with the fact of how the funds are being handled. They aren't happy with the way that the team or Arthur Brightman was going about maybe delivering updates at first. And full disclosure, I am a participant within the Tezos project. I put multiple Bitcoin within the Tezos project. And I do believe in the project. So there might be a slight bias there, but there is definitely not a fanboy. I do not have a Tezos fanboy flag. And I will call out things that I see negatively and also positively. But my bias is more so to the positive side. So they're up to today, there has been a lawsuit filed. So this is CoinDesk, right? And a gentleman, a participant within the Tezos ICO. Quickly, everybody hit that like button and share this out so more people can find the stream. Hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be aware of when I do these live streams. So a gentleman by the name of Andrew Baker, who was a participant in the Tezos ICO, has filed a lawsuit by way of a San Diego-based law firm, Taylor Copeland. So there has been a lawsuit filed. In my opinion, now this is just my opinion, and what are they being sued for? They're being accused of selling unregistered securities, committing securities fraud, false advertisement, and unfair competition. Now, the unfair competition I cannot speak on. I am not a lawyer, by the way. All of this is 100% my opinion, all right? Now, as far as the unregistered securities, in my opinion, that has no ground. That has no legs to stand on. If Tezos is an unregistered security, then all ICOs are unregistered securities. Ethereum had a unregistered security sale. Everybody did. And the way that Tezos is going about it now, a lot of people wanted Tezos to launch an ERC20 token the same way EOS has done. Now, EOS isn't even a thing, but they have a tradable token. That right there kind of slightly gives a check in the securities box. Now, the way that Tezos went about it is, even if we have to launch in 8 months away, we're not going to give you a tradable token. No one will have any kind of Tezos, Tez, whatever you want to call it, until the product has launched. All right, so there isn't a tradable token. There are futures and there are IOUs going around. I don't advise anybody to buy the IOUs. If you want to trade the futures on margin or whatever, that's up to you. Yeah. So, but I don't advise you to buy the IOUs from HitBTC. Now, the unregistered securities thing, in my opinion, that's bogus. And also, in my opinion, and from what I've talked with a few other people, this lawsuit will not slow down the progress or Tezos actually being launched. All right, so I know that there's a lot of people saying that Tezos may be tied up in court for a long time. And speaking of that, let's go to the Tezos subreddit just to get an overall sentiment of how people are feeling, participants or people that are just watching the project. Now, this is a tweet that I did 5 days ago, and I said Tezos launch in 2018 versus Tezos tied up in court for years. And what I basically said in that, so this is before the articles and all that. This is 3 or 4 days before those articles. So just coincidentally, a few days later, CoinDesk and a lot of the articles came out. So basically in that, what I was just saying is I believe in the project, but a lot of people feel like it's going to be tied up. And I just asked, what do people think? I didn't give my opinion. I just said I believe in it. And I think it will be launched, but I didn't give my opinion as far as do I think it will be tied up in court. Now, I do not think that this lawsuit will have any effect on Tezos being launched. Tezos, in my opinion, will be launched in February 2018. Will it dump? I think it will dump. I don't think it will dump dramatically because there are a lot of believers in this project. And if you have done your due diligence on this project, a lot of big hedge funds, a lot of big players are very bullish on this project. A lot of big players aren't bullish on this project as well. So when we go here, and like I said, once again, I am a participant in the project, but that does not mean I am not going to call out negatives. When the project first launched, I personally felt like the team should have been a little bit more vocal and more with the way that updates and things are coming out now. I felt like that should have happened a while ago. But little did I know, there was some infighting going on. So that probably wasn't an option at that point. So, you know, there's things going on behind the closed doors. But if you look at the subreddit overall, there's a mixture of people. There's a mixture of a little bit of anger. There are some people that are angry and want to possibly be able to get a refund. There are the majority, I think, of the people just want the project to launch and believe in the project and want to stake their Tezos coins. And there is the rest of it is just a mixture of people saying when can they buy the coin or when are they going to get their refunds because they donated less than 0.01 Bitcoin. So I think the majority of people are still very bullish on this project. Like I said, this is going to be the last thing, and then I'm going to go on to Bitcoin. This, no matter how you want to look at it, has drawn a lot of eyes on Tezos. Whether you want to say it's positive or negative, it's a lot of attention. It already had a good amount of attention before. 30,000 unique wallets were created within the Tezos ICO. So all of this, in my opinion, is just going to bring a lot of eyes. Not the JSNIP4, the Webbot community with Cliff High, they already have their eyes on it, all right? And they think Cliff High predicted that, and whether I agree with this or not is totally, that doesn't have anything to do with it. But Cliff High has predicted that Tezos is going to be tied up in court, the funds are going to be frozen or whatever, and then by the time people get their Bitcoin and Ether back, Bitcoin and Ether is going to be worth a huge amount, so they'll be happy with that. I disagree with that. I think Tezos is going to launch in January, February, or March, right? And the lawsuits will still be there, and Tezos will dump a little bit. People will pick up that Tezos. Tezos will shoot up a month later, and then it will slowly and gradually continue up, and the lawsuit will amount to nothing. And then slowly Tezos is going to, people are going to see Tezos just upgrading and changing itself, and then Tezos is going to take off. That's just my opinion. Like I said, I'm a participant. I'm just kind of biased, but I will point out the negatives and I will point out the positives within Tezos. And I put out a tweet, last thing, I put out a tweet on Tezos. I said a few days ago, I said Tezos, a class action lawsuit has been filed against Tezos in California. All kind of people came and retweeted it and liked it. It got about like 30 something likes, a bunch of 10 retweets. So there is a lot of people that are rooting against Tezos. And for whatever reason, who knows? I mean, I kind of have an idea. But let's look at Bitcoin. Matter of fact, let me pull up the chat, check this health of the stream. All right, we got 15 live viewers. And let me pull up the chat and see what you guys are talking about. What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Whatever you guys feel about Tezos or whatever, just leave your opinions or leave your comments or whatever you feel about Tezos or anything that I'm talking about in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to reply back. So for days we've been calling for Bitcoin to pull back. These are multiple arrows in which I think is gonna happen. The reason that I'm not worried about this pullback, all right, is because the way that it pierced through the first moving average, all right, and this is a 7 moving average, and we're on the daily time frame, so this would be a 7-day moving average, all right. The way that it broke through the moving average and shied away tells me that the market is still very bullish. Now let me throw some volume on here and check the volume. All right. So the overall opinion of Bitcoin is still looking very bullish. There are some people who are selling off their Bitcoins though. Whether they're thinking that this is the beginning of a doji reversal, or whether they think that this may be the top of Bitcoin and we may see some sell-off. There are some people that are selling off their Bitcoin. But the way that it reacted to this moving average, I would more so see a sideways move before a push up. Now if the market closes the way it is going to close, and it's going to close in another 2 hours and 14 minutes Eastern Standard Time. If the market closes the way that it is right now, in my opinion, well, not in my opinion, from classic technical analysis and candlestick patterns, this would be the beginning of a downward move. But from the way that it's reacting to this moving average, the way that it pierced through and shied away, and these moving averages aren't even close together. Now, normally, if the moving averages are close together, the market needs more strength to break through them. Now, you won't get close moving averages like how the moving averages are really close over here, like this. You won't get this unless you have quicker moving averages. So you won't get this with a 50 or a 200 or something like that. You have to have lower, quicker moving averages. But the way that it broke through, shied away, and the moving averages aren't even close together. Now, mind you, you cannot judge a moving candle. Now, I can't give you my total bias because this candle is bearish right now, but you can't get price action from a moving candle. So this same candle right here could turn around and turn bullish before the ending of the close. So I can't necessarily give my total opinion, but if it closes the way it is, or if it closes a little bit up here, and it doesn't close below the moving average, I would say that the overall strength of the market is still upward. But I do think after the fork, and after we push up to about maybe 8,100, as we approach the fork, or 8,200, somewhere around there, I do think we come and we push back into one of these rays. So definitely we pull back into 73, 73. We probably get some consolidation here, and then we get some bearish price action to push us down to the next ray. And our next ray is at 62.19. So this is just what I'm seeing for Bitcoin leading up to the fork and after the fork. Now, if we quickly check coin market cap, altcoins are starting to show some life, and not USD value, because everybody knows that USD value is only important in very few situations. I am looking simply for BTC value. Now, a lot of the alts are giving us upward moves in BTC value. We called Monero as one of the altcoins to be looking out for in the next 2 months. So Monero is one that I would keep my eye on after the fork, November, December, and leading up into even into 2018 is one of the ones that I'm definitely looking at, Monero. Let me check what you guys are talking about in the chase. And please, everybody go hit that like button, go hit subscribe and the turn on post notifications so you can be aware of when we do these. And also please share this out. It helps people find the stream and help us build up this community that we have going here. Somebody says, if you were dumb enough to invest in ICO, you deserve to lose your money. I am very, 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 very particular on the ICOs that I choose to invest in. I do not invest in many ICOs because most of them, the way I classify most ICOs, their idea is either too dumb, it's too ambitious, or it's a really good idea, but their competitors are super huge giants of companies, or it's a good idea, but they don't have a strong enough business model and they may run out of funding. So Tezos, and this, like I said, Tezos, in my opinion, has all of the things that make up a good cryptocurrency. It has a fund, it has a business model. It can easily upgrade itself, so it's not stuck. As the years goes on, the thing that's going to kill a lot of blockchains, a lot of cryptocurrencies, is one of them is going to be the fact that they aren't easily upgraded, right? So, or even if you can upgrade them, their upgrades are very limited because the protocol layer isn't built for that. So, since Tezos has a modular protocol layer, you can always change things about it, you know. So let's say if EOS comes out and their proof of stake model is crazy, Tezos can always upgrade to EOS's proof of stake model, you know. So but like I said, I am an investor. I've done a lot of research on Tezos, a lot, even like a whole year ago, you know. So I knew about Tezos, and I've been doing a lot of research on Tezos. Why is this a bearish pattern? So wait, before I get into your questions, like I said, altcoins are showing signs of life. Now, I personally think that they will still go down in the next few days. Yes, Bitcoin is going down, but in my opinion, there is no way that Bitcoin gets cheaper as SegWit 2x gets closer. There's no way. There's no way that this temporary downtrend can continue and bring us back into $6,000 Bitcoin range before 2x. There's no way. There's no way. So Bitcoin takes this little temporary dip. All right. It fakes people out. It fakes the shorters out. All right. It goes up. Shorts get squeezed. Bitcoin goes up a lot. Alts go down. But today is just a preview of what people think about the market right now. And all of this, not this USD value, but the Satoshi value, is people showing you that they think that the alts will pump. So get ready for that. And I do have a set amount of Bitcoin that I am willing to sacrifice in order to get these alts real cheap before the fork. So now I can answer you guys' questions because everything I wanted to talk about is complete. So yeah, why I'm not covering? I don't think I'm gonna cover any coins today, guys. But this is the start of a bearish pattern because, all right, now, oh, that reminds me of something I wanted to talk about. Now, I got to start writing this down. But the reason I don't write things down about my show or topics that I want to talk about in the stream is because I feel like it makes me like really scripted, and then like it messes up my flow. So I'm just trying to keep just my flow going. So that's why I like to freestyle it. But then it makes me forget sometimes. So now, one of the reasons that Bitcoin, we were seeing this candle right here with such volume, right? One of the reasons, and I'm going to explain why this is the beginning of a bearish pattern. One of the reasons, everybody hit that like button, share this out, all that good stuff, post notifications. One of the reasons that I think, in my opinion, again, this is not financial advice, this is all my opinion. One of the reasons that we're getting this candle right here, in my opinion, is because when traders see a doji at the top of an up move, a lot of traders use this as a reversal sign. Now, in my opinion, I do not like to trade like that because that's asking to get faked out. I use confirmation candles. So I would need a confirmation candle. So like I said, once traders and Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, the majority of people trading it are amateur traders. So once they see dojis at the top of up moves or shooting stars or hangman, they expect a sell-off. I don't trade like that. I need confirmation candles. I need confluence. And in my opinion, well, not in my opinion, but the way I define confluence is multiple reasons that something is going to happen. All right, multiple reasons that what I think is going to happen is going to happen. So the real definition of confluence is an area where two lakes meet, right? But the way I use it is multiple reasons. So I need multiple reasons why I think something is going to happen. So I do not trade off of any single candle on any found any place on any anywhere on the chart. I just had a brain fart. But so I need confirmation. Now, the reason that this is the beginning of a bearish pattern is exactly why. Step one, you need the market to be moving up. Step two, you need a doji. After the doji, you get a confirmation candle, which is the continuation of the bearish move. After you get a continuation of the bearish move, that's the signal for the bearish move. So the doji is the beginning of the bearish move, and this candle closing like this would be the signal for the bearish move. Now you have to know when to use this, because you can get this same pattern right here. You can get this same pattern at the bottom of it. So you gotta, there's different rules, and I'm not gonna get into that right now. I do have my course coming. Well, I've had a course for months, but I do have my website coming, and a few things like that. ChaseThatCoinTrading.com. So we're gonna check the chat, take a few more questions, and then we're gonna get out of here. Yeah, you guys are crazy. So anyway, I don't want to make this one too long, guys. Everybody go hit that like button. Go and hit subscribe. We will be back tomorrow. I'm gonna walk you guys right through this fork, and after that, Hopefully we'll be able to bring back the 1 to 10 Bitcoin challenge after this fork. I'm excited about bringing that back, and helping some of you guys out there possibly turn 1 Bitcoin into 10. Now, none of anything I'm doing isn't financial advice. I'm not making you guys do any of this. So yeah, so go hit that like button, go and hit subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you can be aware of when we're doing these streams. Tell a friend, and keep chasing that coin, ladies and gentlemen.